times pretty valuable when you're considering county business. So you've already heard, many reasons for the opposition to the installation of wind turbines in our area. And so I'm gonna keep my remarks real brief. I wanna begin by saying that landowners have the right to develop their properties as they see fit, within the bounds of their properties. I think that's nearly a God-given right. I personally, and I think many of my colleagues here, are not against renewable clean energy. I believe that if we were talking about leases to establish solar energy, we probably wouldn't be here today. However, when the activities and the structures that are eventually going to be present as part of this proposed wind project infringe upon my land and my land valuation, that's where I become exceedingly concerned. My sincere hope is that there will be little additional appetite to increase the number of leases and easements that have already been recorded. Ms. Hall talked about the number that we know about. We believe that it's a relatively small number, and we believe our efforts are going to serve to dissuade additional landowners to sign leases, but we don't know that. And so it's entirely possible that you may never even need to consider a formal action toward tax abatement or toward the execution of contracts with these organizations, and in particular, as part of the Rangeland Wind Project. However, if there comes a time in the future where you gentlemen must address this question of tax abatements or potential contracts, I would hope you would remember that that there's only a few landowners that have entered into leases, and there were remarkably more that have not, that opposed this project strenuously. We believe it's a true, that those that are for these types of programs are a real minority in the county. So if it comes down to it, I would simply ask this question and have this request, really, and that is for you to vote no toward the establishment of wind turbines in our area. I had hoped to present you with a textbook this morning, a recently published text. My wife and I were out chasing calves this morning, and time got away from me. But I would like permission to send you all a copy of this text. It's entitled "Paradise Destroyed: The Destruction of Rural Land Living by the Wind Energy Scam." It was published in 2017. It's well referenced. Many references in the various impacts, notably land valuation and other things like that, are well recorded and referenced in this text. And so I would encourage you, once you do receive it, to read it and consider what's contained therein. And thank you very much for your time.